Hi, I'm Brenda Buglione, and welcome to an all-new episode of SnowMotion. This week we spend time with Norwegian alpine phenom Lucas Braathen and share plenty of new ski and fitness tips. Later, TGR digs deep and goes big in their snowboarding film, Mountain Revelations. Winter is here, so let's get started.
The athletes of Team USA train a lifetime for the opportunity to capture their dreams. At the Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute, we believe in those dreams. A national medical center for the United States Olympic Committee, providing the world's best orthopedic care, helping Team USA realize their dreams. The Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute.
You know you gotta dig into me to find out there's something inside of me. Set it free and you will see my love is gold, 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 gold. My love is gold.
Corbel, make it gold.
SnowMotion is brought to you by the Steadman Clinic, treating Team USA and the athlete in all of us. And by Gorsuch. Norwegian alpine prodigy Lucas Braathen is young, charismatic, and fast. After winning his first World Cup at age 20, he's just getting started. We're so lucky to ride the lift with you here at Copper Mountain while you're here training. Tell us how much you like coming to America.
So much. I was really sad when we didn't get to do it last year due to COVID. So getting back here in Copper, getting some real training, both GS and some Super G with the boys, it's been awesome.
Good. The snow is perfect in Colorado, isn't it?
It is. It's something that is nowhere to be found in Europe. That's why I enjoy it so much. It's so unique to skier. You feel like a world champion.
Okay, wait. I want the world to know who you are. You are a World Cup winner at age 20 years old. That's wild.
That was an amazing day. It was. I put up a plan with my dad when I was around 10 or 11 years old. That was the first time I ever told him that I want to become the best. And we had this long-term goal where I would be established in the World Cup by the age of 20. And it was a dream come true, being able to do that. It was so amazing to just see all the work getting paid off, that it actually pays off to all the sacrifices that you've done throughout the years. For my dad to experience that has been with me all the way along, everyone else supporting as well, my teammates. It was amazing.
You are becoming more and more famous, and so I feel so privileged to have an interview with you. But it's your ski results, but it's also your personality and your passion for the sport and your passion for life, and you're smiling all the time I see you. So what makes you like this?
The source of positivity, happiness is, I think that's the key of, skiing fast and enjoying life of skiing. It's so much more to life than just red and blue gates, The real thing that actually makes me happy about skiing is getting exposed to new cultures. It's meeting new friends. It's exploring places like this that is nothing like home. That's what really gives me joy, so yeah.
Oh, I love it. And I think that, the younger racers looking up to you and seeing how much fun you're having on the slopes and competing and doing well and being open, I think it's really inspiring the younger generations, and that makes me so happy.
Thank you. That's cool to hear. I'm a fresh member of Team Oakley, which is awesome. That is, by the way, that is truly a childhood dream. So when they reached out to me last season and I was able to actually be a part of such a strong team, where it's both my friends and my role models, everything from Henry Carlois as a free skier to Alex Kilda to Michaela Schifrin. The diversity is really what inspires me, and it's the creativity in that team. And I'm super blessed to be a part of that. And
You're grateful. I mean, you're just grateful for all these opportunities and the support.
I mean, I would never imagine, when you start off skiing, when you're a kid, you're just dreaming of getting free stuff one day, Just the discount code means so much. And now I'm at a point where I can be a part of building the brand while it's building my brand as well.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
What in your technique makes you go so fast? Like you were talking about the giant palm turn, that gets me so excited because I love technique. What do you do that's so good?
Right, so I grew up obviously watching a lot of YouTube. The access to social media through my generation, was heavy. So for me to watch Ted, Marcel, all these legends growing up, I learned so much from them. So I remember especially learning a lot from Ted with his explosive skiing. And what's fascinating is that, his revolutionizing of skiing, that inspires me so much. I want to do that myself. So my goal is really to have the fastest arc on tour.
The fastest arc.
Believe it or not, this is fulfilling a childhood dream. I've never been to Woodward, and ever since I saw it when I was like 10, 11 years old, I always wanted to go, and today is the day.
Tell us what all the other things you do other than ski racing.
Everything that could give me some adrenaline. I'm an adrenaline addict. So everything that does, cliff diving, surfing, everything where I can push boundaries, I love.
Okay, so on your Instagram, I see you upside down more than a right side up because you're always flipping off jumps in Norway into the fjords. It's so gorgeous. Why do you do that? You need the adrenaline.
I ski half the year. It's summer the rest of the year, right? Those days need to contain some adrenaline.
You did get injured last year, but you've come back strong.
100%. I am a strong believer in something called multi-potential. It's the fact that, whether it's art, it's music, or, whatever it is, somehow this can relate to my path as an alpine skier. I learned so much from other branches, from other people, from everything.
And it helps you grow as a person, so you're just not also worrying about your skiing results. You have other things in your life.
Exactly. It's all about balance. So for me, it's like if half my life is skiing and the other half is all my other interests, if it gets too much of skiing, all of this will fall off. And then the balance will be off, and then my skiing falls off, and then I have nothing. So for me, it's all about balance.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great advice for all competitors in every sport.
I think so too. I think that goes for everything.
What are your goals this year for skiing?
My goals this season is, for sure, first it was the comeback. Just make that start, finish a result, get back in. And that went well, so then I'm off to the next one. And that is to basically do consecutive top 10s, top 5s in the technical discipline.
In the world, it's wild, yeah.
Yeah, and then next year, hopefully I can add up to some Super G as well.
Are you better in giant slalom than slalom?
So that is also a big goal of this year, to increase the stability in slalom so that I can finish in good results. All races, not every other race.
Okay. Lucas, thank you.
You too. It's been a pleasure.
Coming up, I'll show you how to keep your hips high with my ski tip. And then Lucas Braathen is back to share his passion for fashion.
What we've done at Surefoot is really changed the way that you get ski boots.
The sun shines bright.
This boot is made for your foot. The difference is amazing. You'll ski better, they're better fitting, better skiing than anything you've ever experienced.
I woke up feeling great. Today was made for me. And life is good the way it should, the way.
For all my latest ski tips and chairlift interviews, subscribe to SnowMotion on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at Brenda Buglione 1 and Facebook at Brenda Buglione. Today I'm going to give you one of my favorite ski tips. I think it's so important and it will help your skiing. Okay, so a lot of skiers have a tendency to have the uphill ski too far forward in the turn. If my inside ski is too far forward, I collapse with my upper body, lose my power on my downhill ski. What you want to do is pull your inside foot back when you're making a turn. Look at the difference when I pull that ski back. It brings my hips right over the balls of my feet. This puts me in an athletic position. It instantly puts weight over my downhill ski. And I'm using my skeleton of my body, ankle, knee, hip, into the hill. That's what's taking the force, not your muscles. We're never gonna have it totally even with our downhill ski, but just pull it back a little bit. You're stacked up, so you're solid and strong. 3 professional snowboarders explore the Chugach Range in Mountain Revelations from Teton Gravity Research. As they search for epic lines to ride, they discover they share the same passion for the mountains. For more, head to tetongravity.com.
Not every person has the same starting point in life.
I grew up running around barefoot with splinters in my feet, just a wild child.
My parents fell in love with the mountains. And by 12, I'm like, I'm living in the mountains.
It took a lot for me to get to this point where I can live my passion and exist in this space.
You climbing?
It's rad when you have 3 individuals from 3 totally separate worlds end up in the same place. We all share this common passion and love and appreciation for the mountains and snowboarding.
It's easy to get out of your comfort zone out here.
Yeah, definitely that.
I think there's a beauty in what's dangerous. Mountains don't give a what your gender is, what your race is, your culture, what struggles you had. It's not gonna have empathy if your skin is darker or not. It's a reality.
Oh, cool.
Interesting to get in the mountains with these guys, and it's such a good place to really get to know people, learning about each other's paths, and just a really tight connection.
So difficult to exist because people will always remind me of the color of my skin, no matter what. To everyone, I'm a black snowboarder. Right. I'm not just a snowboarder.
3, 2, 1, Rafa.
It's scary, but it's exciting because it's changing.
Nice work.
Snowboarding is what I had. I belong here, and no one's gonna take that away.
A lot of people ask me how close should my skis be together? And there is a perfect distance. The best distance is to have them hip width apart so you can angle your skis into the hill and keep that weight over your downhill ski. If they're too close, you can see that I can't get my downhill ski up on edge. There's no room. If they're this close, it's like I'm skiing on one ski and I don't have that much balance, because if I hit an ice patch and I'm off balance, whoo, I can fall right on my hip. So it's not a stable position. If they're too far, you can't keep your weight on the downhill ski. Your weight is now distributed amongst both skis. I want more of my weight on my downhill ski. So this is not a strong position to make a good turn. So remember, not too close, not too far. Keep your skis about hip width apart the whole way down the slope, and you'll be carving beautiful turns.
Life in the Roaring Fork Valley
Is anything but ordinary.
We're a community of athletes
artists, and adventurers.
And now we're home
to the groundbreaking research
and world-class patient care
Of the Stedman Clinic
and Stedman Philippon Research Institute.
Aspen's destination
for personalized orthopedic care.
Evidence-based medicine
to help you heal faster.
The Stedman Clinic
and Stedman Philippon Research Institute.
The future of orthopedic medicine is here.
If we want to protect the places we love, we must vote. America is a nation of many nations, many histories, many experiences. But despite our different paths, we all converged here. You see, our common ground is the land itself, our playgrounds, and places we love. Now we must protect them from the effects of climate change. If you love the land, make a plan to vote this November. Start your plan at makeadamplan.org.
Spiders. Big spiders. Big spiders.
Sharks. By far. Nothing else is even in the same realm.
Butterflies. Like, I just see one coming at me and I want to run. It's just so scary.
Probably lack of snowfall is my biggest fear. Because without snow, I don't know what I would do. Yeah.
SnowMotion is brought to you by Surefoot. Better fitting, better skiing. And by Oakley. If your quads are burning just after one ski run, it might be time to work on your glutes. Here's an exercise that will build strength and stamina too. I'm with Chris Nurl, athletic trainer and strength and conditioning specialist. Chris is going to show us an exercise that will help us be stronger for the slopes.
All right, so we're going to do a lateral lunge. It's a pretty simple exercise, right? So Brenda, I'm going to have you go ahead, face the camera, feet together. All right, are you going to go to the right or the left here? Go to the right, okay. So we're going to step out with our right foot, push the hips back and down, so it's almost a single leg squat, and then come back up. The distance out that I want Brenda to step here is to a distance where in that lunge, her hip and knee are stacked over that foot. Right, so that's a perfect lunge right there. Give me a couple more of those. Right, so she's nicely stacked on that right side. And our focus here, when she does this lunge, we're focusing on that right quad, the right glute, but also working on stretching that left groin.
Oh, I feel it right here.
Absolutely. That's where you're gonna feel the limitation initially.
Okay, let me try this way.
Okay. You can make this more difficult by either adding weight, or you can up the pace and add a couple other lunges into it so it's a circuit. So let's go ahead and make it a little bit more difficult, right? Of course. All right, so I want to be back on this side. So you're going to give me a right lateral lunge, right? Go ahead. Come back up. Now you're going to go into a forward lunge. Come back up, and now a reverse lunge. So it's a lunge series. And normally when I have somebody do this, we'll do 8 rounds of all 3 of these.
So just on these three?
These 3 on this side,
okay.
8 times. And then we'd switch over to the other side.
This is hard forward because you have to use your glute and your power to press back.
So this is going to work on strength, but it's also going to start getting that aerobic system going.
Especially when you're doing it here at altitude, right? Good.
That's definitely the hardest one, right there.
You getting tired yet?
No.
All right, let's see the left side. And then back to forward. So forward, left, reverse. And then back to the beginning. Nice.
Give me a high five on that. That's a lot of work. That's gonna strengthen my glutes.
That will, and that aerobic system.
Okay, just like we said, that our quads get tired when we're skiing, the powder especially, but if we strengthen the glute, it's gonna take some pressure off the quad. I didn't know that.
Yep. We wanna use that, right? It's gonna strengthen the quad and it's gonna reduce the risk of knee injury.
Lucas Braathen isn't just one of the most exciting young skiers on the World Cup circuit. He's also a budding fashion designer. He took a break from training to tell us about it. Lucas, we talked about so many things, but I didn't have a chance to talk about your new line of shoes and clothing.
Right. So yeah, it's basically what you're seeing on me right now. When I was injured, I had a dinner with a friend of mine that owns this brand that I just did this collab with, Swims. We were talking about this golden era of skiing, as we like to call it, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s of skiing. And that era, you know, it has profiles. It has these legends that has the personalities that we may be missing a little, I think, now. So basically, I just wanted to take us back to that time and pay a tribute to that time with the profiles, like, you know, everything from Bodhi to Tomba to Hansa Hintese to all those legends. So
Jean-Claude Keely.
Exactly, exactly.
What made you feel there's a need for new shoes, new sneakers?
Well, you know, we're very familiar with the moon boots, which I love, but I wanted to make sort of a moon boot inspired shoe where it's a combination of a moon boot and a sneaker. So it's just as wearable on an après ski after you've done your skiing as in down the city center, you know? So it's just as much a sneaker as it is a winter boot.
But you only made how many?
There's only 350 pairs, and the shoes are actually branded with the pair you have out of 350. So I have number 2 out of 350, and then the legend himself, Hansi Hintese, has number 1. We will never produce anything else from this collection right here. But there will be a second drop, which contains a vest to complement the outfit, and a base layer that is like a thin wool sweater. So it is coming a second drop, yes.
Are those Brazilian colors?
They are. So as you can see, really inspired by the track stripe, which was big at that time, right? So that is the inspiration by the track stripes. And then basically, I just wanted to add some Vogel colors because we're missing that these days, I think. It's a bit too conservative in a fashion when it comes in terms of ski fashion. So I wanted to add some colors. And since I'm half Brazilian, I thought, hey, let's get out of the box. Let's do some Brazilian colors. And I liked it really well.
You know what looks good. Hey, why do you have a fashion sense?
I guess I've always had a creative side, but I've never had the guts to show it because in the environment I've always been in, it's not really been too accepted. It's always been looked at sort of unprofessional and stuff, but close friends of mine have learned to accept it, and that made me want to show that side, and now I'm much more comfortable with it. And then whenever I was able to show that side comfortably, I went all out. So this is my first of hopefully many projects. And I'm happy to have started that, yeah.
That is so cool. People always say that you need resilience because every day isn't going to be a good day. Yeah. You know, we're going to not have a good run, not have a good race, make a mistake. How do you handle that?
It's remembering why you do it, looking at the bigger picture. It's one day out of so many that is bad. But you need the bad ones to learn the knowledge, experience that'll, you know, result in the good ones. You'll never have the good days unless you have the bad days. Like, they complement each other. And I think it's so important to use your teammates, use your friends, use your family in that period of time to just remember the bigger picture, you know? Remember why you do it. It's not the end of the world. You'll get through it. And my motto is, you know, you look good, you feel good, you do good. so it's really
Look
important.
good, feel good, do good. Well, that's it for this episode of SnowMotion. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time for new interviews, tips, films, and more. I'm Brenda Buglione, and we'll see you on the slopes.